I didn't realize it at the time. That's when the Primal Mindset was born.
All right, here we go. What's up, Luke?
I do have a special rule, but we can get into that later. I'm sure you have questions. It's your interview, but you got to do me one favor.
Yes, what's that?
A reciprocal interview.
Yeah, no problem, man. Of course.
Round two.
Not So, man, it's. I just want to say, first of all, man, I'm a big fan. I remember when you were on the Ultimate Fighter, and to see someone from Long Island, I was psyched, man. I think that was the first time I really got was into UFC. Well, season 1 was probably the first time I started really getting into it. But then season 2 came, and I see this guy from LI, and I'm like, oh, nice, dude. Look at this.
Where are you from?
I live in I grew up in West Islip. I live in Lindenhurst now. But yeah, I went to West Islip High School. So, but yeah, man, I was psyched to see you, man, and went to the finals as well, which was pretty cool.
I know this is not very primal of me, bro.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Just be yourself. That's all I care about.
I usually use the straight razor.
Yeah.
But I thought this would be faster. This is usually my body shaver. I literally just walked in the house.
Yeah, nice. You training at the gym?
Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I was at the gym.
Nice. You still compete, or you just coach?
When I'm training, I just go monk mode.
Yeah.
and I look like a freaking wild caveman.
Nice. That's all right.
And if this is something that you do, I want to be a professional for you, and for me.
Yeah, no, all good, man. It's you just, like I said, you do you.
Beautiful. Make this, that's about as good as it's gonna get right now. I just think the straight razor is better, to be honest. But then I might cut myself. I actually have to go back to the gym. 5 a.m., bro.
Oh, nice. Not bad.
Yeah, I'm sparring with a Gracie brown belt.
Okay.
How's that?
Nice.
I got a giant green screen. Maybe if you have an editor, we could do something like this. Think.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Look, Cummo, live from anywhere.
Yeah. Where are you now? What part of LA? You still in Long Island, right?
Yeah. Born and raised and still being raised.
Yeah, there you go. I always say, God willing, I'm gonna die on Long Island. I don't want to move from here.
Well, right next to the greatest city in the world,
Oh yeah.
If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Man, that's funny you said. I was just telling my wife that the other day. 'Cause, she's from Honduras, but she, I always tell her. I think the song came on actually, New York, New York, and obviously one of the lines is, "If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere." And I told her that, and I'm like, man, that's why I never want to leave, because we make it big here, man. You can make it anywhere, and that's why it's the greatest city in the world, and I never want to leave.
They hate.
Yeah.
They see us. They see us in New York on the green screen. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna put a shirt on though.
Yeah.
Unless we want to make this interesting. What do you think?
It's up to you,
just
man.
Your average run-of-the-mill two guys bullshit, or do you want to make this fucking viral video?
Yeah, whatever you want to do, whatever makes you comfortable, whatever
Tell me about Primal.
Go Primal, man. It's a brand that started a few years ago. Just kind of overcoming all my adversities and whatever I dealt with in life, and kind of just keep having that confidence to keep pushing through. And I knew I had to do something with it, so I started Go Primal, which was really just starting out with apparel, like I have the hoodies here, I got some t-shirts, and just kind of kept pivoting and developed the podcast, doing some mindset coaching, helping some people out with just being able to push through with confidence and stay consistent every day. I always say, be the best for the people that need you most, and refusing to settle in life. Yeah, man. So there you go. Nice. But yeah, that's my brand starting, and then I got the Primal Mindset podcast, and just going from there, man. Just kind of build up Long Island, build that community, GP Nation.
What's the GP? Oh, Go Primal Nation.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
call it, GP.
Let's go.
So
I've been doing a lot, man. Got
yes,
these you ever heard of wide toe box?
white toe box? No,
How about barefoot? Barefoot
barefoot.
shoes.
Yes. Was that the one with the like all the toes and shit like that, or it looks like a sock? Or am I thinking of something
Yeah,
else?
they got different kinds.
Okay.
You barefoot depending on who you ask. The reason why that's why I asked about the primal thing, because that's a hot topic these days, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
Primal.
It started like I said 2 years ago when COVID hit. I started this.
Oh yeah.
So what are you up to now, man? I want to hear more about you.
So yeah, well that's why, I want to come back because I got a lot coming up. For example, tomorrow morning, live on my YouTube channel, I'm sparring with a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt
Okay.
who's in a heavier weight class. I consider myself an honorary brown belt, even though I have a brown rash guard. I'm really not at the level that I consider to be a jiu-jitsu brown belt.
Mm-hmm.
I get beat by jiu-jitsu purple belts. You train?
Yeah. No, not really. But it would be cool to mess around with
You
this
know
a
what a
little
purple
bit.
belt is and how a brown belt's higher, right?
Yeah. I know I know the
You
levels.
know I came up with my own ranking system,
Oh yeah.
and it's called Master Luki. And it's a league
Okay.
of champions.
Nice.
Master Luki's League of Champions. So it's a competition, but it's also a ranking system. So instead of just the belts, you get one on each. And in each magic crystal that goes in the belt, you know how the belts have crystals, right?
Yeah.
So in each hole here, you get a magic crystal, and that's your rank.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, instead of just a white, a blue, purple, a
Yeah.
brown, a black, a yellow, orange, green, that type of thing in Taekwondo and other martial arts, right?
Yeah.
You choose your own color, and it's a gradient. So it does start out with a white crystal, and you put the crystal inside the hole, and then out of the middle comes the spirit of a mythical beast. And they fight each other for domination when you touch the rings together.
Yeah.
So each mythical beast beats the one previous, because it's a rank system. So, I do jujitsu for MMA. I always have, even though I trained with the gi in the past. I don't anymore because I diverged. It has a common origin, MMA, jiu-jitsu. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with the ground and pound and other things, not all jiu-jitsu and the kimono especially.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got an MTBI, mild traumatic brain injury, from the repetitive subconcussive impact.
Yeah.
I never got knocked out.
Yeah. I know you had all your
Matt
losses
Serra
were
dropped me in
decisions.
sparring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I repetitively grounded and pounded in training with Matt and Matt. I got knocked. I didn't get knocked out in training by Matt, but he punched me and I didn't remember. I finished the sparring match.
Yeah.
But I kept asking him, when are we going to start? And like, no, you sparred 15 minutes already or something, or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it. He had a good right hand, Matt. I was his major sparring partner. And that's how I got into the UFC. To bring it all back to your question about Tough 2. They asked him, they said, do you have anybody? It came up as a choice between me and Joe Scarola, who went on a later season.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I remember he came on later.
One of Matt's other black belts, Tom Muller, who turned it down because he didn't want to become a professional fighter. But he would have did good. He was really talented, Ring of Combat champion. I went, obviously. I had gotten an offer actually the year before to join the UFC, and I would have ended up fighting. I don't know if you remember Jay Heron.
Yeah, I do.
He was from Freeport or close by.
Yeah.
I want to say Freeport, but it might have been something else close by, you know. And he ended up fighting GSP in that fight instead of me. Wow.
Yeah.
Luck of the draw. How's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate GSP.
Yeah. Not one of your favorites?
No. You killed my master. Now I must seek revenge.
Yeah. Well, he got him one time.
I'm a hater. Because GSP is the GOAT. I'll still fight him.
Yeah.
In my league, Chris, there's no head contact. No finishing. It's a scoring system for sparring.
Okay.
And so I'm taking it tomorrow. The guy's coming to me, but I'm hoping that because he's a brown belt, he knows who could participate from his gym, Gracie Baja.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow night, I'm going down the road to Emerson Souza. That's a jiu-jitsu school.
Okay.
And my scoring system also works for grappling. I'm an MMA guy. My grappling is just pretty much what can save me in a fight against a good grappler. I'm more of a striker.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I'm not gonna go to a grappling school and be like, no, I only do MMA, so I'm not gonna learn jiu-jitsu. It's like, no, I'm learning jiu-jitsu, and then I just have to do extra practice with the stuff that I'm gonna actually use, because it's no-gi. It's closer, so a lot of those moves work. You got the whole new leg lock system, which is a nightmare for me because I got bad knees already.
Yeah.
But this is the only way that I could continue.
Yeah.
To be honest, just look at grappling, for example. I don't want to shit on grappling, but a guy like me doesn't like to tap out. I would have to have surgery after the tournament,
Yeah.
because they don't even give you a chance to tap.
Yeah. So yours? So how do you said scoring system? How do you score points? Just takedowns, or is it body shots, or how does that work?
So when you get a chance, you're watching at home, go to Master Luki's League of Champions.
Okay.
It's a playlist on YouTube. If you want to see the actual action. Okay.
It's Master Luki's what?
League of Champions.
Okay. That's right. I'll definitely check it out. And then
I got a new code name.
Is this mostly on Long Island? This is, or is it kind of you trying to take it tri-state area, or just kind of focusing on Long Island right now?
I don't want to use the word trying, Chris.
No, that's right.
I don't want to use the word trying. But I do need to go viral. So if you don't mind, it might get a little crazy.
All right.
When I came out against head contact, bro, who's doing no head contact?
Yeah.
Even guys that I used to train with, they don't do UFC anymore. They do grappling. But how can you do MMA with no head contact? Pancratian's the only other one. But they still do knockouts. Pancration is no padding.
Yeah.
And they do knockouts to the body. They do submissions. You can still get hurt. Imagine you're sparring with me, Chris. Do you think I want to hurt you? You're my sparring partner.
No, yeah. You shouldn't.
Right? So it's it's an issue of, at this point, first of all, like I said, nobody's doing it. Nobody knows about it. I don't fault people. Like my old team, they thought I was crazy. I called up, can't even train there because no head contact in the UFC. It's like, if you're not UFC, you're a feeder organization. But what I'm talking about is the total opposite, other direction. So you have the MMA guys. They're doing UFC, boxing, Muay Thai, slap league.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people are waiting for me to make it make sense.
Yeah.
And to do that, I have to make it profitable. And I did go to a guy who has a pre-existing MMA event around here, but I decided not to go with him because, above all, my most important, I think, role in the league is creative director, because it's coming from me, or coming through me, I should say, coming through me. I'm just a vessel for this. I didn't invent martial arts. I was forced. How am I going to continue training after UFC? I was sparring with 130 pounders. I'm 170. Have a 4-day headache. Then somebody from Canada, thank God, told me about hockey. They don't even get head contact, but they get whiplash.
Yeah.
And they still get TBI.
Yeah.
They still get TBI, bro. That's a concussion sport. Wrestling's a concussion sport. Obviously, football. I could see in the future people being like, "What the fuck are you playing football for? It's fucking retarded." No, I'm sorry, I can't use that word.
Yeah.
I don't want to get canceled, bro. I do want to call out all the primals, though.
Yeah.
Because I am a primal, and you got guys doing primal, and they think they're the fucking king. I'll fight you. I'll fight anyone, Chris.
I know.
My system.
Yeah.
In my system. I want to go viral. If Jake Paul wasn't already sold, he would have been a great guy. He's got YouTube coverage, but maybe you're asking, where am I going to go with this? Maybe you ever heard of MMA Shredded?
Yeah.
YouTube, I could fight him. Easy. Jeff Chan, fight me. You got money from YouTube. Come to fight me in my ring. I challenge you, Jeff Chan. You think you're an MMA fighter because you spar people in your gym? Come to my gym, Jeff Chan, and spar with me. I challenge you. You think you're the real deal? Prove it. Prove it against me, Jeff Chan. I'm Master Lukey.
Where is your gym, by the way?
Lynbrook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm doing smokers out of there. The last one was pre-COVID, and it was a charity fundraiser for Operation Wounded Warriors.
Okay.
So we raised money through sponsors. Every fighter had a sponsor. It was a tournament. I wasn't in it. I did a grappling match in the beginning.
Yeah.
To show the scoring system.
Okay.
How you can have a match. Nobody. Now, tapping out's not against the rules, even in grappling.
Mm-hmm.
But think of a heart monitor. You visualize?
Yeah.
A heart monitor?
Yeah.
And when you get a position, I call it a power hold. Could be any position. Arm lock, any position. Mount, even standing, foot lock, anything. The heart monitor is always scoring. Right?
Right.
It's always moving. But then when you do moves, it goes up. goes up to 100. So any technique can get you up to 100 on that. And then at the end of the match, you get a score from 1 to 100.
Is it whoever hits 100 first, or is it just a timed?
It's a 5-minute match.
Oh, okay.
Good question. Thank you. Forgot about that. 5 minutes is, UFC time. So
one round?
I went.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just one round, and that's it. That's pretty cool.
Each match, the match. There's
That's
no
good.
rounds.
It's good because you can get a bunch of matches in a night, or you
get a round robin style tournament. Everybody faces each other, and then you get a high score champion. Score champion, Chris.
And you had one before COVID, you said?
I've had it for a total of about 10 to 15 in my life. I started doing it in not the first one, but one of the first ones. I don't know if you remember the UFC, I believe it was, paid somebody for their website, and they made a show called UFC Where Are They Now?
Yeah.
And they had one on me.
Yeah.
And I did one there. I did one on that show. They came and they filmed it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But that was one of the early ones. So if you watch that match, you could see some kids don't have elbow pads on. One of the kids in there, he never fought MMA before. He was a wrestler in high school. Now he's an amateur champion, or he's fighting for the championship. But that was like his first venture into MMA. Because it's not profitable yet, he as a fighter, he wants to keep fighting. So I just don't have anything for him. And that's really something that I battle with, because look what happens in MMA, man. People get fucking injured. And then 20 years later, you find out they go crazy because they got hooked on pills. And suicide among veterans. And I'm just supposed to have this idea and not do anything with it. It's like my dad, oh, you got to get a job. Because, I live in my dad's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford rent. I'm just a kid's Muay Thai instructor right now, and I teach privates. Enough to survive, but I lost my family. And I'm lucky, bro. MTBI. I never got knocked out, never tapped out in a fight. And I never will. And I'm not going to stand by and watch Dana White make a mockery of fighting. You, sir, have no honor. And I would challenge you, but you don't even fight, Dana White. You're a phony baloney. And Jake Paul, you're phony too. All your boxing matches are worked. And you will never get legitimacy because you're getting paid for fake fights. And until I face you, you can't convince me otherwise. And that goes for anybody else watching. You don't like what I'm saying? Fight me. Donald Cerrone. I called him out the other night, Chris, for some reason.
Yeah.
He's I know why. He's retired, so now he's promoting TRT. I'll fight you anyway, Donald Cerrone. No piss test. I'm the piss king. Ask Joe Rogan. Ask Liver King. I'm the piss king. That's my new moniker.
Yeah. You still do that? What didn't you?
I'm gonna snort my pee right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snort my pee on your show, bro. We gotta do this.
Is that how you do it?
Let me tell you something. This is a very important, very, very important thing that you're doing, and it's not a fucking joke. I'm not a clown, and I resent Joe Rogan for blowing up my spot. Joe Rogan, fight me. Fight me, Joe Rogan. You want to tell everybody my business? Actually, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, man. Listen. They don't want you to know about urine therapy. It's non-toxic, and it's very helpful and healthful. People who don't like doing urine therapy, you don't have to. It's not your medicine. But don't ever think that you can tell me what to do and what I'm doing is not healthy, because I am the one who's fighting. Joe Rogan did admit that. He said, you know what, it's his body. He wasn't talking about that. He was talking about fasting.
Yeah.
Which I'm also doing. That's a primal thing that I think we can all agree on. Whether you're the Liver King, you got my respect. I will fight you, but respectfully.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing right now liquid and juice. Did I just hang up? I'm still here. Okay.
No, you're good.
And anybody saying I got dark eyes, let me tell you the story. They say, oh, yeah, you're fucking not healthy. I am very healthy, okay? I'm 42, no drugs. I had to do medical marijuana for depression when I lost everything. But the doctor didn't tell me what kind of surgery he was going to give me. I'm stupid. I trust people. But he did the wrong surgery. Now look at me straight. My nose is shifted.
Yeah.
See it?
Yeah.
Right? Right here. Yeah, I got punted. David Torelli, he works for the New Jersey Athletic Commission now as a judge. Tiger Schulman, black belt. Juiced. I still almost beat him. The first fight, I beat him. The second fight, he came back, couldn't make weight because of all the steroids.
Yeah.
I'm on to you guys. All you guys, you know who I'm talking about. I fought him anyway, almost knocked him out. But in the first fight, there was a rule. You know, there was no amateur MMA back then, Ring of Combat days. This is pre-UFC. I fought a guy named Josh Koscheck.
Yeah, I know him.
And that was his last fight before he got into the UFC. He broke my nose. Before him was David Torelli. I fought him twice. The first time I did a borderline illegal maneuver where you weren't supposed to pull the guy's head into a knee. It was some rule that this was, you know, like I said, early days, no amateur. And I'm just a kid. I have no idea. But he was experienced. And I was aggressive. I pulled his head, but I didn't purposely hit him in the face. He ducked. And it broke his nose so bad because he backed up like this, and then I punched him in the nose again, and his nose was sticking out like of the skin.
Yeah.
So they had to call the fight. They waved it off. Second fight, we went to decision, but he took me down. My wrestling is very shitty. I'm like on a scale of 100. I'm probably in the 30s.
Yeah.
No cap. 40s maybe with my jiu-jitsu, 50 if that. But he let me up, and as I was getting up, I stupidly did the same thing that a lot of people do, which well, not as bad as other people, but most people, when they get taken down, they try to turn over and stand up from all fours, and they get choked out, like Dustin Poirier against Khabib.
Yeah.
A lot of people against Khabib, they get tired of grappling off their back, getting grounded and pounded, dominated. You know, it makes you want to quit. And they turn over, they get frustrated, and they stand up from all fours. It's a wrestling position because that wrestling doesn't have chokes. But I think I was doing the technical stand-up, which is where you're facing the guy and you kind of get on your side like this, and you have one of your legs up. But I think maybe I turned a little bit. Anyway, he punted me. And the surgeon gave me a septoplasty instead of a rhinoplasty. So I still can't breathe out of the left side of my nostril.
and there was serious fucking damage done to that with that septoplasty, man. I
Yeah.
woke up in a horror movie, Chris. It was like this. I thought I was a pig man.
Yeah.
Fucking scarred, bro.
But my teacher, Dr. David Jubb, the person who gave me my certification as a life food chef, David Jubb, he was the first scientist in definitely New York, but maybe even America. He's not from America. He's from an island off the coast of Tasmania. Amazing guy, amazing person, unrecognized genius, David Jubb, PhD. He came to America, got his doctorate in, and his postdoctoral work was because in college he was working in the labs with the sports teams. Mm-hmm. They started measuring their, you know, this was like in the 80s. So think Ivan Drago from Rocky IV. They got the testers on him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And his postdoctoral work, they did that with the brain. And they did language. They mapped out the English language. How's that?
Yeah. Huh.
They got this really detailed map now. And he called it whole brain functioning. And it's kind of like what everybody's doing now with the, I don't know, motivational speaking, coaching, space, Tony Robbins, NLP. Yeah. I'm still learning, bro.
We all are.
Make a lot of mistakes.
We all are. We all make mistakes, man. That's just
part of life. I look back on my life. It's kind of a wreckage, but you know, I do believe I'm on a mission, and that's why, you know, I do come out against modern medicine. I'm as primal as they come, guys. Even though I don't eat meat.
Yeah.
Primal as they come. Primal as they come. And to prove that I'm the piss king. Because you know, Liver King, and none of these guys are going to respond to me. Nobody's going to show up at my gym and fight me. But I am planning on going viral, going on tour, getting a tour bus, setting up leagues in every place. We have to. We can't let Dana White and anybody who wants to get a piece, and they don't care about fighter safety. They don't care about these kids doing pancreation. And, you know, even something as simple as jiu-jitsu. You ever see a jiu-jitsu tournament? The kid loses, he starts crying.
Yeah.
That's not motivating. You got to make the kid feel tough. And it's like, if you do this system of scoring, even if you don't get the high score, it's a league. Your points accumulate.
Mm-hmm.
You're a champ no matter what. And that's a bit of like what I was just talking about with the brain, framing things. Framing is a big part of it. So basically, I snort my piss because of my area in here getting punched. There's an area in here. And there's nothing that hydrates him better than your own urine. Your own urine is the most hydrating thing that can actually hydrate your cells, better than water, better than saline. It's biologically identical. It's not waste. It's recycled material. Hormones, vitamins, minerals, cell salts. That's like minerals.
Yeah.
Immune cells that educate your intestinal tract to other areas of the body. When your blood is filtered, I'm saying filtered, not purified. The liver is what purifies. The liver goes into the intestinal tract, and that's how you detoxify. You don't detoxify through your kidneys. unless you got a really serious situation of constipation, and then you can even detoxify through your skin with pimples and all these type of skin conditions. I snort it, and I sometimes drink it, bro, to be honest. I don't do it all the time. I'm doing fasting now, so I don't really have the need for it. I'm not thirsty. I'm going to get into the non-juice fasting. So what Liver King's doing is, which is a strict water fast. That I haven't done yet. I'm just doing juice. I put maple syrup in my coffee in the morning, and I do juice and tea with honey. So I'm getting sugars. But apparently the autophagy, which I need for my leaky gut, got a leaky gut condition. So, health food is one thing. My diet's immaculate, but at some point you got to rest. And the intestine can only rest when it's empty.
Yeah.
So it's like I have I don't want to sound gross, but sometimes in the past I've gotten athlete's foot, and the skin, like, that's comparable to what goes on in the intestine and the leaky gut. Just similar tissue that cracks, and I got just as I press on it, it's inflamed, it's gurgling. So I haven't eaten, but I still pooping 3, 4, 5 days later. And I got this stuff called Omega Tea, which is from my teacher, Dr. Jubb. And what that does is it acts as a broom, but it's made from this special plant. There's silica in there. There's like horsetail. There's activated charcoal. It's supposed to pull debris from in between cells and heavy metals and shit. But it kind of takes the energy out of me when I drink it, because it's such like it just kind of sits there and until I poop. But I'm trying to train and fight, and it's been a while. I've been trying to get into this fasting for years, and I just failed, started again, failed, started again. Lately, within the past year, I've been able to do these 7-day, liquid fasts. And then I'm really trying to do the 7 to 21 day water fast. And then I would do the looping, what they call urine looping. I would do that to stay hydrated during that, drink my pee.
So when you fast, you don't even drink anything?
Well, there's dry fasting. There's levels. There's a guy on Facebook, he says he does that, and he doesn't sleep either. I'm like, I already don't sleep, so might as well. But let's see. I obviously can't show myself on camera, but you just have to take my word for it, I guess, right? Am I in the mirror back there? I don't want to accidentally flash everyone.
No, I don't see anything. I think you could.
I don't know if I can be on camera though. I might get shot. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Let me turn the water on. Sometimes.
Yeah, that might help.
So anyway, listen. Let me finish my story.
Yeah.
Because you asked about something. I forgot what it was. It was to do with my food, I think. David Jubb. Yeah. So David Jubb, he had this thing called phase contrast microscope. First scientist in New York and maybe even in America. Phase contrast. Chris, it looks at living blood instead of a stained slide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. First time I had anyone piss on my show, so that's good.
Okay, hold on. You hear it, right?
Yeah.
You heard it stop?
Yeah, I can.
I just peed into a bowl.
All right.
I just peed into a small wooden bowl, and I'll show you that on camera.
All right.
I'll show you the bowl on camera. I don't snort all the pee. It's way too much, and I don't like snorting, bro. I never did coke. I did fucking Special K once at a rave when I was 19. That's the only thing I ever snorted.
So
I never did any drugs. Never did any drugs except weed. and mushrooms.
So why'd you decide to snort your piss instead of drinking it?
So now, what I told you, bro, I got a fucking bad nose job.
So that's the whole reasoning behind snorting it?
Yep. To fix, well, I can't fix it. It's a scar now, but there's poor circulation because you severed a nerve.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Poor circulation. Plus, I can't breathe over here. And what my teacher told me is that the urine, as it has super hydrating elements like trace minerals, it can actually hydrate the brain.
Mm.
He's the guy who saved me from when I had my brain injury. Whoops. Are we good? I just pressed something.
No, you're good.
So good? Okay. All right, so the Piss King. Somebody else gave me this idea on a website called the Underground Forum.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see the color.
Yeah,
Is it. Oh shit! I spilled some.
I
just spilled some on me. Dang.
It's all right. It's your own piss.
Take a shower anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shower. All right, so I don't know. I guess you just have to take my word that that's actually what I peed out.
Yeah, I take your word for it.
You can kind of see the color. It's a little orange, I think, actually. That's probably because of the bowl.
I was gonna say, I think that's the color of the bowl, but you know, I get it. I believe it's piss.
Yellow plus brown makes orange.
Yeah.
All right. So I use this thing because I just basically stick my nostril in there. I close one and then I snort with the other one.
Okay.
So we can see that you get a good angle here. It hydrates your brain. Let's say that. I started it because of my nose surgery, but other people do. People who are into urine therapy, they besides drink it, they snort it. People who do like neti pot. Heard of that?
Neti pot?
Never heard of neti pot?
No.
Okay, the new one is a Navage. It's like a double nostril machine. It shoots water up one side and then it comes out the other side and sucks it out the other side.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that. I know what you're talking about.
Similar concept. Can you see good?
Yeah, I see you snorting your piss.
I'm gonna start with my bad nostril, which is the left one. I probably got about 10% opening on that side. Seriously. And that was somebody that I trusted. You know what he told me when I went in and I asked him about it?
What?
The doctor, the surgeon.
Yeah, what do you say?
No one's gonna notice.
No, you might notice.
They don't really care about us.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of yourself. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't helpful. Trust me on that. At the end of the day, I'm the one who's fighting, and I'm not trying to hurt myself. You know, the opposite.
Yeah. I hope it helps. Yep. It's the piss.
Kind of burns a little bit. I'm not used to snorting. Like I said, I smoked a lot of weed growing up, though. So I don't really like think I'm better than other people. It's just really it's technique if you think about it. It's a different style of living. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's definitely a different style. Yeah, it definitely is.
But what I'm saying is I don't judge people.
No, it's good. I mean,
I don't think I'm better than other people. I know some people think that I think that, especially my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
But that's another story. Now I'm going to do the other side.
All right.
That side's easy.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
You can hear a difference?
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, go Go back to the other one and see what the difference now. And now the right side. Right out.
Did you just snort everything that was in that bowl?
Most of it. There's a little bit at the bottom I couldn't reach.
Yeah.
I think he told me a third of a cup. A third of a cup total.
And you do this
for
every
anybody
day.
Following along at home. For anybody following along at home, Chris.
Yeah. I'm sure
a third of a cup.
I'm sure they're definitely wondering how much that you just snorted
the
up.
Recipe.
Yeah.
The recipe is a third of a cup.
All right. and you do this every day.
The Piss King is born live on the Primal Mindset.
So what do you feel like right now? You feel like you're opening up your sinuses?
No, I feel good. I definitely feel good. This is still, it's not going to go away, man. I need another surgery because it's caved in. The middle's shifted over, and then this side's sticking out. So the whole three, there's 3 bones here. But what he did was septoplasty. So my nose shrunk in like this, and it may be a Illuminati conspiracy. I don't know, but that's another story. I have to get famous first, then I could say it was a conspiracy.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I got a good idea, man. I think it's a revolutionary, and we'll just have to see if anything comes of it. I definitely will fight anyone. I'm not just saying that. I did fight guys and I fought them in real fights, with damage and injury. So I'm not afraid of fighting.
No, one thing I'll say about you,
I would say I haven't been able to sell the idea yet as far as ticket sales, but that's why I'm going around to other gyms and meeting other martial artists like I'm doing tomorrow morning so that I can pull from other gyms. I'm just stuck in the one spot for now. But maybe in a month when we talk again, it'll be different. We'll have another event, or the next one will be up and coming. This is the first step, I would say, on my Long Island tour.
Okay. And the gym in Limbrook, is that your gym, or that's just a gym you work at?
Yeah. It's the home of Master Luki's League of Champions. I'm not the owner.
Okay. Have you still talk to Sarah at all? Have you ever reached out to him?
I want to go all the way out there for sure. Huntington.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I got my place. At night, I'm going to Baldwin, to Emerson Souza.
Okay.
Anybody watching, you have a gym you want me to come appear at? I can teach you about my scoring system. I have pamphlets. I think they're actually at the gym, which is a boner on my part. My bad. Right here, just so you know, I'm not bullshitting you. I have the rule guides for. That's ginger tea.
I was gonna say, was that pissed also? But I guess not.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So here's the IMMAF, International Mixed Martial Arts Federation. Mixed Martial Arts Unified Rules for Youth Competition. 18 pages.
Mm-hmm.
I read that. Okay. International Federation of Muay Thai Associations. I didn't end up reading that one. Rule book and guide to wrestling. Didn't end up reading that one either. This one I did read. USFL. United States Fight League. The oldest and most prestigious youth pancration youth MMA organization. I was thinking maybe nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
Youth Rulebook, United States Fight League. So United States Fight League has a youth division also and a regular division. IMMAF, Mixed Martial Arts Unified Rules for Amateur Competition. So I did my research into the rules. This isn't just something silly. This is a very scientific and very accurate. It's even more accurate than the scoring system, which actually comes from boxing. In 2008, when I was, active on the UFC roster, I joined a national organization which was called what was it? The United It was a national MMA ID card. That's what it was. National MMA ID. And the watermark, this is when I realized how the beginning of when I realized was when the watermark on my national MMA ID card was USA Boxing.
Mm.
And that's why you wear gloves, but no elbow pads, knee pads, or shin pads. Because the gloves are what? To protect the hand?
Pretty much, right? Isn't that what they say?
Boxing.
Yeah.
That comes from boxing. So anyway, it's a corrupt system. Boxing, you can't even trust the judge's decision anymore.
Yeah.
Who's going to have the rematch? Who was robbed? Hometown decision happens in Muay Thai, happens in MMA now.
Yeah.
Who's more marketable? But in Master Luki's League of Champions, the score is user generated, Chris. You guys watching tomorrow, anybody, 5 a.m. I know it's early, but that's the only time the guy had. It will still be up on my website, masterluki.com. There's a live video, and then underneath that, there's 2 slide bars, and the user, anybody watching, is a scorekeeper. How's that? No corrupt judges. People are going to complain about the score anyway. Might as well be user generated.
Yeah. So how does that work? So if I'm watching, I get to judge the fight?
You give us each a score from 1 to 100 using the slide bar. There's 2 slide bars. One for me, one for him.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. I'm gonna do it live, and the fight will stay up for a while. It'll stay up for a while, so we'll do an experiment.
Yeah, definitely check that out tomorrow. I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to do it at 5, but
yeah. We'll do an experiment, and if you think of anybody watching, you want me to go to their gym and fight them, I will do that too. I'm going on tour across this great Long Island.
Yeah. Nice,
from
man.
one primal to another.
Yeah.
I'll fight all of you. Has to be under my league, though.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be the biggest, baddest carnivore. There's always going to be somebody bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about sports specific. Sport specific. Yes, I am plant-based, but I'm more than that. I am life food certified. And I'm the only one on Long Island with that certification. It comes from Dr. David Jubb. He used the phase contrast microscopes, like I said, to look at living blood. And he saw that when you ate a certain way, the blood was discrete, meaning that you have these erythrocytes. They're not cells because they don't have their own DNA. It's just a tube, like a donut, but the middle's not open. It's very thin, but it's bulging on the sides, and it's got an aura of energy. And when they're discrete, the energy is strong, and the magnetism keeps them away from each other. But when you lose your energy, when you don't eat right, like people call it chi, the chi is sluggish. The energy of the blood cells is less, and they start to clump. It can get really bad. You get these spots where there's no movement. It could turn into, a scar, a tumor. In the gut, could be a fecalith. Could be like I have a tissue that's just been beat the fuck down, and it's just lying there like, oh God, just let me die. And I'm like, no, we have to win. So yeah, I don't expect to win every match, and I will prove how tough I am. You're tough? Well, I'm tough too.
Yeah. you are tough too. That you are, man.
That's right. Thank you so much for having me, Chris.
Yeah, man.
I hope you get some good traction.
Yeah, I think you snort your own piss will definitely get some views. And,
come on, let's go viral.
Yeah,
let's bring the piss
I will try to make it viral
onto Twitter.
But yeah, I want to send you a shirt, man. So I want you to check out the website. I want you to let me know which one you like, what size you are, and I'll definitely send one out to you. Send me, medium.
Yeah, I'm a medium, and I like either an A shirt. I don't know what you have. A shirt. To be honest, I have this kind of avatar that I'm creating.
Yeah.
So, whoop, keep pressing the button here. If you want to get on the team, bro, with your logo and stuff, we could put it on my I guess you call it a suit. Kind of like the Power Rangers. You don't see anything, right? I'm taking my pants off.
No.
I'm putting on my suit. It's I don't want to get naked on and ruin your show, bro.
Yeah,
I'm pushing the envelope.
I don't think
pushing the envelope. No.
Yeah, that one I don't want to see, but
we're gotta go to scroll to OnlyFans for that.
Yeah.
And I gotta pivot to OnlyFans, and now I have a line of commercial food that I'm gonna spin off. I call it Dino Buns.
Yeah, I saw some of that. I tell you
as
what,
a chef, I'll show you. I'll show you.
What looked good was that Emperor's ice cream.
Yeah, those are the two tops. I'm going with the buns for now because the ice cream has to be refrigerated, and that's going to be a pain in the ass for shipping.
Yeah.
The buns are a bread, and they're just vacuum sealed.
Yeah.
Don't have to refrigerate.
Yeah.
So it's made out of quinoa, mostly, and what makes it dino is the pumpkin seeds, because the pumpkin seeds was a major part of my nutritional healing for my brain injury, because the fats of the pumpkin seeds, it helps to rebuild the brain,
Yeah.
Or so they say. I'm not perfect, but I think I made a decent recovery. Anything you do that's out of the box, people are gonna criticize. So, when I meet people like you, it's really fucking inspiring.
Yeah, man.
I'm grateful.
Believe me, I don't judge at all.
And I'm grateful, bro, for the opportunity, I hope that I've been on podcasts before, and I don't know. I don't want to be a jinx, but they're not around anymore either.
Well, I hope
we got to keep these primals alive.
Yeah, GP Nation won't fold.
You got a lot of fans so far?
Yeah, trying. Starting to grow a little bit here on Long Island.
Where are we? Spotify, iTunes,
Spotify, YouTube, and I'm a part of NGBN. It's a men's network. That I joined up with. It's really like a men's mental health channel focusing on men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Which actually has like the highest suicide rate. So it's really just a channel that I just started to be a part of. So it'll be available on there as well.
Proud of you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right. So I'll show you my I'll show you my avatar. This is just kind of like let's see how to describe this. You don't play Fortnite, do you?
No.
Your audience is too old for that.
Yeah.
Well, they got these characters, and each character you can kind of change their outfits and stuff. That's not all you can do in the game. It's fighting, but you want to have the guy wear a suit of armor. You can have him with like energy coming out of him.
Yeah.
Like flames, You could have him with flames coming out of him. And so mine is a dinosaur, and he's wearing it's a dinosaur humanoid. It's not just a dinosaur, but he's wearing an Iron Man suit, basically.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna show you the general idea of it. We got spots like I could put your patch here, or here, or here.
So when do you dress up like this?
This is gonna be at the league.
Is that how that's who you come out as, and is it like a?
Well, this is more for. Let's see. Do I have my glasses on? No, let me put my glasses on. This is more for my brand, But I will.
Oh, okay. That's the Dino guy.
It talks like this. Let's go. I have goggles somewhere just to get the full look for your show, and then I do have to go to sleep, but
yeah,
I'll show you the Dino pies. Sorry, they used to be called pies. Now I call them Dino buns because they're thicker. Here's some of the ingredients. Quinoa. Soaked quinoa.
Nice.
You like quinoa?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah.
I pretty much eat everything. So
it's a complete plant. It's a complete protein.
Yeah.
And so is buckwheat. Buckwheat. It's not actually wheat. It's not actually wheat. It's the seed of the rutabaga. And then, I got pumpkin seeds up here, nutritional yeast, Celtic salt. I have an ingredients list on my website, lifefoodcertified.com. You can go through masterlukey.com to get there.
Okay.
I do free health consulting, and these are my dino buns. They're mad thick.
Yeah, sick.
They're vacuum sealed. And they can be toasted. They can be made into sandwiches.
Okay.
or mini pizzas, mini deep dish pizzas. They can be toasted. You can use them as an English muffin for sweet, savory, by itself, with a salad, a soup. And I don't have the nutrition facts up, but I'll get those up. And I'm looking for any fitness models who, are either vegan, plant-based, or health conscious, since they're gluten-free. And then we can advertise the Dino Buns together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing booty building workouts on Twitch and shit.
There you go.
With fitness models though, not just me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do it myself if I have to, but anybody watching, let's partner up on Dino Buns. You have a body transformation, it's based on science. It's not just some bullshit I made up, Chris.
Yeah.
It's just so out of the box that people won't give me a chance.
Yeah.
But after a while, they won't have a choice.
Yeah, you just got to keep going with it, man.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. If you build it, they will come.
There you go.
How's that?
But this is definitely one of my most interesting episodes that I've done.
Yes.
Definitely had fun with it though.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you
so
for
much.
coming on. And like I said, I want to send you
sparring
a t-shirt.
Head instructor.
There you go.
There's my logo with the mythical beasts. Okay. I'll come to your gym. Anybody watching, I'll come to your academy. You can put your patch right here, Chris. We'll make these viral videos. I can do either a free seminar or just come in and challenge your master. And then you have to face me in battle.
Yeah.
Best out of 5.
Nice.
Scored it from 1 to 100. Imagine this, right? Just to circle it all back. What I want to do with this, where I want to go with this. UFC, they have gambling, right?
Mm-hmm.
You bet on your fighters. Okay, so now check this out. We're going to fix it up so that the charity gets paid by the sponsor of the fighter. The sponsor pays based on the fighter's score. So if you just want to maybe $10 a point.
Right.
And let's see, who can I fight? Me versus, I can't think of anybody except Ally Quinta. Charity MMA, my old sparring partner. Al, let's do it. You versus me for charity, no head contact.
You still talk to him?
I'm calling you out right now, Al. Come out from retirement of MMA. Fight me for the Wounded Warriors. And then we'll get your real estate friends to invest in the League of Champions. This is the way. Do it or else. You're going to stand by and going to let people get injured? Come on, man. Don't be selfish. Anybody watching, don't be selfish. Join Master Lukey's League of Champions. Nobody's going to do it for us. We have to build it. And if you don't like what I'm saying, tough. You're tough too. I'm tough too, and so are you. But I'm willing to lay it all on the line, Chris.
All right, man.
We'll get charities. We'll get, sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
And based on our score, say Al gets I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, 84. Make it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't fought in a while. Maybe he's a little overweight. He doesn't know the heat I'm bringing. But he's still a better wrestler than me. He got an 84. I got a 77. 84 to 77. Now, maybe our sponsors are giving us $10 a point. That's 840, 770, right? To charity. Now, after it becomes a thing. Now, not all the money's going to charity. We still give money to charity. You know, I suffered the same as those guys. Not as bad, but same symptoms. You know, the irritability, the depression, the low energy, no sleep, all that, confusion, headaches, pain. You know, I lost everything, man. I was living in the gym, homeless. But I never gave up, and I never will. Especially when I see people that, you know, I don't want to name names, but people are not doing too good, and they don't really care about us, man. It is a fight. Even though I turned it into a sport more, it still has that energy, and it's still exciting. It's actually more exciting when two people aren't nervous or hesitant about losing. The matches are more action-packed, and we can have kids, and we can have an executive division, and we can have charity matches with executives, and me versus my student versus Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
You got to get past my student first, Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Live on Meta. But tomorrow's going to be YouTube. It's my YouTube channel. You can just type in Master Lukey. I'll probably turn the camera on at 5 because that's what time he's meeting me, but we're not going to spar at 5. I'm going to take at least 45 minutes to warm up and then put the equipment on, which takes a while. Everything's padded from head to toe. This is going to be his first time.
Yeah.
In a league match, but he has a lot of experience. He's kind of old like me, but he's a heavyweight, and he trains at Gracie Baja. We're going to wear headgear with a chin pad. It's called a full face.
Yeah.
Full face headgear, even though there's no head contact. Sometimes you go like this and it bounces off.
Yeah.
And there's all kind of accidental head contact. So a headgear is mandatory. Don't think you're going to do this fucking bullshit where you put on shin pads and boxing gloves and then you spar. Like you see every gym doing now. People are just doing shit because everybody else is doing it. It doesn't even make sense. You're going to wear gloves and shin pads, no headgear. They're throwing knees. It's like, who's in charge? There used to be a master. And now you just have a promoter. And that's a serious problem. Because the promoter will do anything for a buck, including rip you off. And when you watch the UFC and you're paying $89.99, you don't want to have a 15-second match and somebody gets knocked out real quick. You want to see an epic battle. But you don't want to see a boring match either. So I believe, Chris, we are going to take over. People are going to see that it's a viable sport. We're going to be making money hand over fist because any MMA gym that's making money has a kids program, and it's usually, sometimes in jiu-jitsu schools, it's the adult program, but usually martial arts gyms, the kids program is where they make their rent. And if you go to a grappling tournament, the kids division is the big one. Like I said, sometimes it's the adult division, but I think I'm onto something. So, you know, it's like a personal battle myself to continue to grow. You know, I'm down with the primal tenets, man. I just last thing, and then I'll let you go. I grounded my bed. Here's a copper wire. Shit. Somebody might fucking come by and electrocute me to sabotage me. Oh, man. The copper wire, bro. It's going right into the ground. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Here's my
Yeah.
Bedroom window. Here's my bedroom window. I put garbage bags on it to black out the light. This is all from Liver King. The grounding isn't. The earthing I saw a movie about. But the blacked out windows, Liver King. Shout out. You ain't on my good side though, bro. Primal. And then there's the metal tape that's connected to the wire.
And what does that do?
Grounding. Grounding and earthing. It's let's see. What it does for me now is the best night's sleep. The best night's sleep. You ever wake up in the middle of the night, you have to go to the bathroom, and then when you get back to bed, it's so cozy. It's like the sheet's still warm, the mattress is warm, and it's like you go in there and it's like, oh.
Yeah.
And then sometimes if you wake up, it's so comfortable, you don't want to get out of bed. You're like, oh, shit, I got to get up. And then you just get up. But it's like so comfortable, right?
Yeah.
It's temperature and it's energy. But when I got it back into bed, the first night when it was grounded, it was like I felt the magnetism. It was like, wow, pulled me into a cocoon of energy. And what sold me on it on a YouTube video was the guy said it was the first night he woke up without the first morning, the first sleep when he woke up. This is the first time that he woke up without pain. But they sell, like grounding mattresses. You plug them into your socket because your house is grounded already. But it connects you to, the earth energy. This is the theory. And now all I did was just jam the copper wire 18 inches into the ground. I think I'm in dirt. I don't know how, because this is a paved backyard and there's like a slit in between the two pieces of concrete where there's dirt. So I just hammered it, kept hitting it down 18 inches and measured it. When I pulled the wire back out, I saw where the line was, where it got to the top of. So it's 18 inches into the ground. I'm hoping that it's hitting dirt. I definitely didn't imagine the frequency change when I laid down on the first time. And there is a meter, which I'm going to probably have to watch the movie again because they talked about in the movie where the people are holding a meter. It's measuring their something, the hertz or whatever, some energy thing. And then they get on the grounding and the energy changes. So,
Interesting.
I'll post it.
Yeah.
So I made a New Year's resolution. I started early, but right before New Year's, I kind of went back on it. But then since New Year's, I'm back on the resolution. And that is, if I eat anything, I can only eat one thing. Now I'm fasting right now, but when I'm ready to eat again, I'm only going to eat one thing for the whole year. How's that?
And what's that? Dino bread?
Dino buns.
Dino buns. Dino buns.
Don't make me get my mask on again.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I think it was good enough the one time.
So is that good enough, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
Master Lukey, over and out. What do you say, bro? In a month? A month, maybe? You want to get back to me on that? Tell me how the show comes out?
Yeah,
what the
definitely.
response is?
Yeah, man.
Anybody can find me on masterlukey.com 24/7. If you click on the About page, it has all my contact info, social media, email, phone number for text messages, and a mailing address, which is the gym.
All right, cool, man. Yeah.
I'm a life food certified health coach. I know it's weird, but you don't have to snort your own piss if you don't want to. And wherever you are, I can at least recommend some changes that may help you, help people get off all type of drugs, oxy, Xanax, alcohol, tobacco, weed. I personally use weed, but that's one of the benefits of fasting is that I don't need it. But it does help me, get into areas of my brain, which I believe is kind of scarred at the moment.
Mm.
But it's hard for me to tell until I get my kids back. So that's like the selfish. I know I'm talking about going on a mission, saving people in MMA, and that is from the heart. And then the bonus or the other side of the yin yang, the balance is my selfish reason for my own success, that I can be able to support them.
Yeah.
They live on the North Shore of Long Island, very swanky, old money.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna build something new, something yellow.
Yeah.
For all time.
Yeah, man.
For all those who came before, and all the wounded warriors, those who give their lives in service. This fight is for you and all people disadvantaged. We're a team of champions. We're number one. One nation. One nation. I believe one nation, Chris. GB Nation.
Yeah.
Sorry, is that what it is? Or PM? GB Nation. A GP, sorry.
GP. Yeah. No, you're good.
Damn, that would have been a good soundbite.
Yeah.
One nation. With the mask on, though.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll definitely appreciate you coming on, and we'll definitely talk soon.
Okay, I appreciate it too. I hope you're not just saying that, man. I'm down for another interview.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm curious to check this out and see how it turns out.
Great. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do the best I can to make it happen quick, but to be honest, it might be a month. So
yeah,
play it by ear.
All right, man.
And like I said, anybody watching, you have recommendations for people to meet, for me to visit, fight, teach, all that, go to masterluki.com.
All right, man. Talk soon.
Over and out.
All right, man. Later.